boxes. These cool boxes all have little drawers. I really dig them. Dig them, dig them, dig them. Now I'm going to go on that website and make all kinds of other weird shapes. They have a box that's a hexagon. Seems kind of very difficult to put together, but seems like a challenge. I might make that. Who knows? Who knows? I made a little more progress on my Willy Wonka art that I have been working on. So that's slowly starting to come together. Hugh DeMann is here. That's Mr. Whit Profit. He has shows about sports. Go check out his sports shows. He really likes hockey too, which, I mean, come on. That's the best sport. Jaden's here with the Purple Heart in the channel name. Hi, Jaden. Hope you had a good birthday a couple days ago. So yeah, I have been breaking out the laser. It's something easy I can do. I don't need to go down into my shop to use it. I can use it on the first floor with the puppies, so it's a little easier to watch the puppies with them around. And if I get a really nice one, I can use it inside the house. So I don't know. Starting to think about that. And you know me, as soon as I start thinking about buying a better tool, it's usually not long after that I actually pull the trigger and actually do it. I've got to fix my power for the saw. I'm backed up on laser projects. I got 2 new 3D printers yesterday. My man. So what do you have, like 15 CNC machines of different flavors, lasers, 3D printers, routers? This man better hope his robots never become self-aware and have a disdain for humanity, because things could turn out really bad for you, Jerry. David W. Ryan's here, says, hey, Matt and friends. 18 years old. Uh-oh. You're an adult. Careful now. End of trading. Hello, hello. It's coming at us from around the world. I was experimenting with the, what do you call it? The, not emojis, but not stickers. What are they called? I'm looking it up. I don't know. These things. Face red, droopy eyes. You can put these little favicons, reactions. Is that what they are? YouTube reactions. Let me put this in the chat. Now you get to see this fun little chat thing, but it doesn't come through, at least on the eCam projection, comes through like that. Did you see a blue face smiling reaction? Internet platforms are weird. 6 printers, 3 CNCs, 3 lasers. The Cricut is a minor robot. Oh, don't degrade the Cricut. It has just as much features as all of the other things. Well, not really, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, I was going to say, it doesn't have depth, the Cricut, but it does have pressure. So that, does that kind of count as another, I don't know. Ah, see, look at that. Okay, so Britta did water pouring in a little cup. I can see way down here, but that's the way it comes. Come on, eCam. Fix your reaction game. Look who's here, John Venturini. He's running in the channel icon, and he's going to be running twice this weekend on purpose. Cricut holds a knife, though. That's true. That's true. Don't mess with the Cricut. It could slash you. But the CNC routers hold a spinning blade, so maybe it's equal footing. Who knows? Who knows? But I do love my Cricut. That is a fun machine. But I don't know, folks. Between the vinyl cutter, which is the Cricut, between the CNC machine, which spins a routing bit into wood and carves out an outline or a pocket. Between that and the laser, I don't know. I think I'm liking the laser the best. The laser is, it needs less labor in that you can put a piece down and it'll just sit there. Where a CNC router, you've got to clamp the equipment to the bed so it doesn't fly off because you have a spinning bit, and the spinning bit can catch a loose piece and send it flying. And then a lot of times, if you don't want to clamp everything down or use tape to hold everything down, you put tabs on it, and then you got to come through and you got to punch out the tabs and you got to sand down the tabs. So if you did a like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, if you did each one of these letters as a different carve, you would have 25 different objects with 2 or more tabs. So you would cut out each letter, and then you'd have to sand off 2 tabs on each. So you'd have 50 tabs to cut off. Laser, once it's done, you're done. There's no tabs. I like that. Now, a laser can't do side profiles. So you can't do angled cuts or anything like that. It's always straight down, so I could not have made my Sharpie marker holder, because the whole point of the Sharpie marker holder was I had chamfers on there, and the chamfers took the marker, like if that was the chamfer, it took the marker and nudged it into position. So I could not have made the Sharpie marker holder with a laser machine. But I'm just saying, with all the subtle differences between all of these machines, I think I am most attracted to the laser, and I've got upgrade on the brain. I'm loving my Cricut. I really want a 3D printer. Now, see, that's the one thing I don't have, and as of now, I have less of a desire to have a 3D printer, because a 3D printer is the process of building things up. Everything I've mentioned up until now is a process of removing material. You remove the vinyl that the Cricut doesn't want and you throw that out, or you remove the piece of wood that you don't want and you throw it out, or you laser out the object you want and you throw out what you don't want. 3D printer is different. It still, moves around an axis, but it builds something up. And I haven't really, see, with me, it always starts with the project. What project do I want to make? And then I buy the tool. I don't want to just buy the tool and then figure out what to make. I don't know what to make. I mean, you can make some cool things with 3D printers, like this octopus, but I don't know. A lot of people make like complicated bases with LEDs in them. Then they put the laser cut acrylic on there and have a laser cut sign. And they have a cool, unique, like someone made a base for a laser cut sign that has 2 colors. And then you put 2 pieces of acrylic sandwiches together, and the blue shines up the front pane and the red shines up the back pane. And you've got red and blue, and sometimes when they overlap, you've got purple. Like, see, but you can't. There's no product in the market that has a little base unit that has 2 different LED strips in it with the proper wall separating them so the color doesn't bleed together in the base, and things like that. Okay, like that I could make with the 3D printer. Some people make different hold down clamps and different hardware to attach things, to odd things to other odd things. A lot of people have the tubes, like there's, see that tube? They'll clamp something onto the tube, and they'll need like a 3D printed, like that makes sense. I don't know. I haven't looked at anything 3D printed. Like I don't do Dungeons and Dragons figures. Some people make things like this with 3D printers. Find me something interesting to 3D print, and maybe I'll get jazzed about it. I'm not quite there yet. intentionally. Guess here's his running schedule: 5K Saturday, and so. Oh, I thought I kind of thought it was Saturday and Monday you were there, but no, it's Saturday and Sunday. He's gonna run, eat lots of carbs. Helps you run, supposedly. So many videos online about 3D printers, too many. I know, and I've watched a bunch. I just haven't saw something like, okay, now I got to get them. And from what I understand about 3D printers is they're super cheap. For $200, you got yourself a awesome 3D printer, very capable. And then plus the 3D modeling, that's another software. I'm pretty good with 3D modeling, but I'm not quite where I need to be. So anyway, these are first world problems. I'm printing a prop replica R2-D2. Don't get started. There are whole groups about building replica R2-D2s, and it is a serious endeavor. Like videos about live streaming. What a crowded space. Do you agree? Oh yeah, heck yeah. Anything you want to do in life, there's a whole community online. I fall into all of them. I fall into the piano community. I fall into the woodworking community, the live streaming community, a lot, and several other communities, growing grass, and some communities that I don't participate in. Farming. There are some commercial farming channels that are freaking awesome. Like I like the mechanics of it. There, Mousetrap. I love the Mousetrap videos because of the engineering behind the mousetrap, especially mousetraps that have no power, no computer, no mechanism you have to reset. So mechanical traps that reset themselves, that to me is something very interesting, because I'm like, okay, you really got to think how, because, like a spring trap, okay, it does it once. You got to go to this trap and then reset it. There are traps with no batteries. They're all mechanical, and they just work and work and work and work and work and work and work without any intervention. There's not many, but I'm like, someone's really smart had to think of that. So, I fall down all these rabbit holes. I would like to make cosplay props and parts. Dude, I know people in that industry that have even been contracted by Hollywood movie studios to make props. And I asked them, I was like, look, I want you to make me a Daft Punk helmet, like fully built it out. And they're like, do you know how much that's going to cost? I'm like, it's probably going to cost a couple $100. She goes, minimum $1,500, and we'll do it. I'm like, because I don't know if you've ever seen that. I think what they'll do is they'll 3D print the parts, sand it down, and then make a negative mold with the 3D object inside. Take the mold apart, throw the 3D part out, and then cast the helmet, and then put all the electronics in it and everything. I was seriously going to contract someone to make me a Daft Punk helmet, but it's exactly what you said. The prop people do all of that stuff, and it's crazy. Rube Goldberg channels, yeah, those are fun too. You can 3D print a mousetrap. You most certainly can, but it got kind of weird because my wife was like, I'm getting kind of worried you're watching all these mousetraps, because it is ultimately dispatching a mouse, which I guess if you thought about it long enough, you could maybe make the argument that that's a little bit odd to be obsessed with. I'm like, for me, it's purely engineering, and it's getting rid of harmful vermin. Anyway, but I'm just like, I love the mechanics of it. Also, and you're probably going to see a lot of this over here, is once I get a hold of some marine plywood, which is very well manufactured plywood with no voids and many layers, I'm going to do mechanical gears. There's a website that just shows you all kinds of mechanical movements, hundreds of mechanical movements to take spinning direction and turn it into other things. that 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 subscribe sign with the bell, that bell goes like this. So I made a mechanism from a rotating motor that moves a camshaft and turns rotation motion into oscillating side by side motion. I thought that was kind of clever. So I'm going to do a lot of that too. I can print almost full size helmets on the printers I buy. Crazy, crazy. All right, listen, I've been yakking for a while. I'm going back to my brother's house. I started the under deck project of installing some privacy screens, and I might throw up the GoPro and make just a quick time lapse and put it on Awesome Fun Things. We'll see. Fun things. All right, I'm going to go back there tonight, and I probably won't do anything more creative, but I'm done with my box project, and I'm off to more awesome things. I'm loving life, baby. I'm getting ready for the beach. Got some fun things ahead. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I love you all. Be creative. Stay awesome. Bye.